You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your episode spoilers for Thursday, September 14th, and also a little bit of a light recap like I always do of the day before action. So these are hot B&B spoilers for Thursday, but I also really want to talk about on Wednesday the stuff with RJ that ticked off a ton of fans, me included. We're going to talk about all that and more, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our B&B updates. So the talk about RJ that has rubbed fans the wrong way kind of started with Brooke and Ridge Sr. in the CEO office. So Brooke's making her report after her little spying mission on Eric when Ridge gave her marching orders to go over there and try to use Donna to get his dad to retire, while simultaneously saying, I don't know why my dad, thinks that I'm trying to sabotage him. So Brooke's mission was a bust, but she's happy to report back to her fiance that their son RJ is designing. And then Ridge says, I think RJ has more talent than any of them. Why does he think or say that? His oldest son, Thomas Forrester, is a designer with a lot of acclaim around his work for Hope for the Future. And Ridge has not seen anything that RJ has designed. Not one thing. The last time he asked RJ to design something, he drew a caricature of his dad's big old head. So what is that based on? All right. Plus which, RJ is sketching what Eric is telling him to draw. He's like a transcriber of someone else's creativity. He's not designing himself, at least not that we've seen. That's not the vibe I've gotten. Eric is the designer. RJ is his sketch artist, because he was complimenting him on the shading. And it's like, that's an art technique, not a design technique. But of course, we all know RJ is Brooke and Ridge's one and only shared child. And so he must be the golden child, right? This ticked off a lot of fans, annoyed me too. And then it got worse from there, because later in the episode, Eric referred to RJ as the anointed one. If you don't know that phrase, it means the one chosen by God. It basically means that Eric sees him as superior to everybody else, and surely the one to carry on with their destiny. Let's use that word destiny, because we love that word destiny over at Bold and Beautiful. So I just want to reiterate, they're saying Brooke and Ridge's son is God's gift to everyone? Eric has other grandkids. There's Steffi, who's the co-CEO, Thomas, who is a top-notch designer, Zende, who is a great designer. There's also RJ Forrester, who's got talent. There's so many other people in the family, but RJ is the shiz, I guess. He's the only one that matters. I'm going to just label this #frustrating. Maybe Bradley Bell sees RJ as the child he and Brooke Logan will never have. I don't even know. And it's very clear after watching Wednesday's episode that RJ is getting a girlfriend because intern Luna showed up and she was instantly crushing on him. Luna Nizawa is the intern that Donna basically stole from the main offices of Forrester Creations, and we know Luna's got a secret. She took a call from a woman, her mom or grandma, I assume, warning her, stay away from the Forresters. So they already have this big plot for Luna, but they can't manage to write a plot for Bill Spencer or Taylor Hayes or Wyatt Spencer, but we got this. All right. Meanwhile, Donna asks if Eric's tremors are worse, and it seems to me that her honey bear is struggling. By the way, if the writers are doing actual medical science, standard arthritis does not come with tremors. That's with rheumatoid arthritis, but not even in all cases with that, which he doesn't have, or he would have had it years ago. RA isn't something that you typically show up with later in life, especially not with it causing tremors in your hands. If you do get RA later in life, it's usually in your shoulders, your knees, or your hips, big joints. Maybe the writers don't have access to WebMD. Is there not Wi-Fi in the writer's room? That's all I can guess. I guess we'll find out. But check out our weekly Spoilers Edition video, because I talk more about this and just the insanity of it. So Thursday spoilers, I'm super excited about, in particular because we've got Thomas Forrester getting his hands on Hope Logan. But that's because he's altering a gown that she's modeling. He's got her up on the riser. They're in the design office, and he's got his hands on her. And remember, before they started hooking up, when he was, tweaking dress designs on her, she was getting hot and bothered. She was panting. She was fantasizing. She was just I think that's why she fell off the riser the last time. So things are going to get steamy because now she can openly fantasize about his hands on her and she's free to act on it. So Hope lets Thomas know how she's feeling and what she wants right now, which is to play with his joystick during their workday. So they start getting very, very affectionate, but things don't get really intimate until Friday. So I've got 2 more big Thursday spoilers for you, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Definitely click a like if you're enjoying this episode spoiler, and drop a comment on what you're excited to see. And what do you think about this whole RJ Golden Child Anointed One chatter that we are getting? So also on Thursday, we are going to see producer Brad Bell's real son, not RJ, but Oliver Bell, who is playing Genji, another FC intern. Genji has red hair. Imagine how creative they are in that name. All right, Genji has scenes with RJ and Brooke. So I assume the Anointed One is up at the main office on Thursday, probably to let the peasants kiss his feet and make their sacrificial offerings. Again, all right. So Luna is also supposed to have more scenes on Thursday, which means more Eric design stuff, I assume. All I know is she's slated to have at least another episode this week, and there's no reason for her to be up at the main FC office since she's interning on Eric's new line. So that's all the spoilers I have. I just have to go off now and figure out how I'm going to celebrate the rise of the Anointed One and what kind of tribute I should pay to the greatest of all Forresters, who, by the way, not a biological Forrester, not one shred of DNA shared between him and Eric, just for what it's worth. So, yeah, he may have inherited some talent from Ridge, although we still haven't seen him actually design it. Can you guys tell? I'm a little frustrated with this storyline. It's not that I have anything against new characters. When you're not servicing fan favorite characters that you already have as part of the cast, why this? Why this? So that's my question. Maybe you guys have an answer for me in the comments. I read all your comments. I appreciate them. Definitely drop some on what you think about the happenings that are going on for the rest of this week. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.